Alright guys, go ahead. Call me a big fat liar. Get it over with. Alright, I thought I'd make a little short, quick video here just for something to do, man. It's 13 degrees outside. I'm out of metal, really, main metal that I need to work on. What I'm working on now, I started to put a clutch pedal on it, you know, to go with my recently installed drive shaft and clutch and all. And I got to looking, I said, Rick, you ain't got no floorboard. You don't have no floorboard to work with. So you're going to have some kind of a floorboard, you know, somewhere to put your feet. So I dug me out some more angle iron that I used to build the frame with. And I added it here, made it bolt on, got 4 bolts running up the side, come up, mounted the frame, come out and up with a small piece of 1-inch, 1/4 inch angle iron, then added some of the frame to further come on up, clear path, you know, give you clearance for your tracks, you know, to come on out. You're going to have some way of protecting your feet. You know, you get them hung down there in them tracks while you're operating it, or your foot slide off and you're going to get hurt, maybe, possibly. So that's going to, of course, add a lot more weight to it. So far I've built every inch of this dozer where it is completely, you can dismantle the entire thing. Completely down to the undercarriage, and each side of the frame will come off. If you need to work on one side of the frame, you can. It's just completely disassemblable, if I said that right. After this, now after I added this here, see now, you know, I took the motor off to make it a little easier to work with. After this, I will come across with some walkboard, you know, some of the safety type walkboard with little diamonds on it, you know, for sure footing. I'll mount my alternator and starter down under here, box it in, put a pan down there to where mud and dirt won't get up in there on it. It'll be far from dragging the ground. It'll be nowhere near the ground. And I'll come completely back, have a complete, very nice floorboard, just like a regular dozer will have. Where you see the seat is about where it's going to mount. I've got to build a box, you know, the framing of the box to hold it to where it'll hinge back, you know, to access my battery, toolbox, whatever. Then I'll house in, you know, build a housing underneath, you know, to make it look original, you know, for the gaping place where the wheel was. That'll look real nice when I get through with it. It'll look almost like it originally came that way. The problem I'm having right now, guys, I'm not in fear of finishing these tracks. The problem is I can't find the metal. You go to a steel shop and buy what I need to do these tracks, and you better take you a piggy bank full of money. My junkyard that I deal with, that I've got all this stuff from, twice a week they get a shipment of scrap metal from a big nearby machine shop. And sometimes they've got long pieces in it, 1/4 inch thick, up to 6-8 feet long, you know, whatever they shear off of making whatever they're making out of a big piece of sheet metal, whatever they got left over, they junk it. And believe this or not, I have been down to that junkyard many times since I started this deal, and they had exactly what I needed down there. I'm looking for 1/4 inch thick, 7 to 8 inches wide. I'll find it sooner or later. Sooner or later they'll have a big shipment of it down there, and I'll go down there and get it for about, I'll get everything I need probably for $35 or $40. And it'll be brand new, unused stuff, just like this angle iron was. That angle iron has never been put in place. It's rusty a little bit, but it's never been used, never been put in place before. A lot of this stuff is. This motor mount, see the motor mount? That's brand new metal I got from the junkyard. That was this scrap that they didn't use, never been used before. That's what's holding me up. I'm not afraid of finishing the tracks. It's going to be a piece of cake. When I get the material, I'll have these tracks on this thing in a day's time. But I might as well be doing this other stuff while I'm at it, because it's got to be done regardless. See, I've still got to add roller wheels down at the bottom. I'm going to put 1, 2, as many as 3, possibly 4 stain steady and roller wheels. I'm going to put one under here. I'm going to put one under here just in case somebody steps on the track getting on it. You know, it won't put no unnecessary pressure on the track. So I've got to make 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to make a minimum of 8 wheels with bearings there, you know, like a real dozer's got. This guy emailed me a little bit while ago and said, why not get a creeper gear to go on the front of this Cub rear end. I didn't know for a fact that they made anything like that, but I'm sure they do. But it would be easier just to put a pulley here, you know, move my shaft off to the side a little bit, or you could leave it right where it's at, mount another bearing, shorten it, come with a, let's see, you'd want a big pulley here, a bigger pulley here on the drive shaft, come up and meet a smaller one on the drive shaft. But I don't think that's necessary. If I can find a 10 or 11 or 12 inch pulley to replace this 6-inch one with, that will slow it down enough. It's really slow enough now. If you could see it sitting here running in true life in first gear and see how slow the track is turning, I believe most people would be satisfied. But I want it to be snail speed in first gear if needed. Then I still got second and third to go on and get out of the way with. As long as you got a multiple gearbox, you're doing fine. But I want it to be a sure enough creeper in first. And I'm convinced that I've got plenty of room to each side of this shaft. I may have to raise the motor a little bit, put a plate here, raise the motor. But I could easily put a 10 to 12 inch shaft right there, and the speed you saw it running at in the last video will be cut in half. So then you'll just about have to drive a stake up beside each tire to even see if it's even moving. I mean, there's a video here on YouTube that's got a little bitty garden tractor tilling, and I bet it takes 30 seconds for that tire on that rear of that tractor to make a full turn. That's how slow that Jaybird is. But it has to be to give the tiller time to break the soil. To do a good job and mulch the dirt up. It's got to be slow. I mean, you could literally count to 30 seconds before that back tire of that little tractor would make one full turn. That's how slow it was. Okay, I'm making headway. I'm doing stuff, not necessarily the tracks, but I am making headway on other stuff that's got to be done. Don't have any choice. I've just got so much to do to this still, but not that much to get it operatable. And sooner or later, I'm checking every day. I'm going to the junkyard every day and see if they got the metal I need. Sooner or later, they're going to have it. I'm going to buy a pickup load of it, come back, and it'll take me about a day or a day and a half, 2 days to get these tracks on in the teeth. Here's a piece of metal that I'm going to use to make most of the teeth with. That is 1-inch thick titanium metal. You cannot drill a hole in that stuff. You'll tear a drill bit up trying to drill a hole in it, but a torch will cut it fine. Do that to make my teeth, and by then I'll have my floorboard maybe finished up. It won't take long to build a little bracket that's going to hold my seat either. Okay, guys, I know there's a lot of people that makes videos of the same old thing on YouTube just over and over with no changes at all. At least here I am, giving you some ideas on how to, if you wanted to build you a mini dozer in the future, you got plenty of videos from me to possibly figure it out. I'm not much of a teacher. I don't go by step by step. I just show you how I've done it after I've done it. A lot of people want to know as it's being done, and I'm just not skilled enough on YouTube to make videos to blend in. I don't even know how to join two videos together. I've never taken time on YouTube to learn how to do that. But I don't think it's too many videos. I mean, it's like I say, there's a guy on here got a fish aquarium with one fish, and I bet he's made 20 videos of that one doggone fish, but he loves that fish. So maybe I'm not overdoing it here. But there you go. Like I say, the angle iron on the sidewalk, I'm probably going to come out here, come out just a little bit further, come out 1 inch, and then let it turn up, at an angle to where your feet will be good and safe. Your feet can't slide off and hurt you. So there you go. Main thing is bigger pulley here, tracks, and get that seat to where I can clamp it on, and buddy, I can drive this thing. And just as soon as I can get the metal from the junkyard, you're going to see the tracks on it. I don't know how long it'll take, but I don't want to go and buy that metal brand new and pay $300 or $400 or $500 for it when I can get it at the junkyard for just nearly nothing. Hope you enjoyed this video again. I'm going to stop saying I won't make no more videos, but because I can't help myself. I can't stop from doing this. But I hope you can see what I've done. Hope you enjoy it, buddy. It's going to be sweet to get on it and ride it. And I sat on the seat yesterday and looked forward, and it's just like sitting on a real little bulldozer. I can just imagine the tracks being on it and you operating it, the blade going up and down. It's going to be worth the trouble I've gone through. Y'all have a great day. See you later.